Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Saturday, so it must be another exciting episode hanging at the bus stop. You know what it is. I'm your bus driver, Gemini, and I got Statik along with me. What up, Statik?
What's up, man? How you doing?
You know, doing the dang thing, ready
Yeah.
to go. Tired of all this traffic in Denver as usual.
Right.
All right, guys. So we got some exciting stuff for you today. We're going to be talking, as usual, Denver sports, like we do. So we're dropping some news. We got some exciting some crazy updates here in Denver sports. What's going on in Denver, right? So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking Static's music for the new Music Friday that just came out. Man, we heard some bangers this week. So
Yeah, we did.
excited to touch on that. And then just as we do, just hanging at the bus stop. So come hang with us. Um, you know what I mean? We'll have a good time like we normally do. And I think that's about all I got to add right now. So we're trying something different, guys. We actually updated our intro. So this is a little experience, guys. This is a world release. You know what I
World
mean?
premiere.
World premiere. Seeing it here first. New intro, new song, new couple, just same intro graphics, but new song to it. And we just want to see how it rocks, and that's what we're gonna be rolling with from now
Is
until.
it cool or corny?
Is it cool or corny? Yeah, I think that'll be a cooler corny topic. Well, I don't know if we want that to be the cooler corny topic today. I don't know if I'm
I
ready
think
for
it's
that
cool.
this morning.
I think
I
we'll
think
get
it's
cool around.
yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's cool as hell. So it was fun putting it together and working on it. It's going to be an experience involved in it. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and drop this intro, guys, and then we'll get into the show like we do. So you're hanging at the bus stop with Gemini Statik over here in Shady Sports Network. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share with a friend that thought MBJ had it. Let's get it.
It's the bus stop, swerving into what's hot. Coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live from Colorado, like shit and follow. Shady Sports, the motto, fresher than avocado. Play by play and ball for ball, we coming to you from afar. Day to day and call for call, we talk about it all.
Yeah, this the bus stop, talking sports and hip hop. Jump on the bandwagon, cause we talking what's hot. 8303, Denver, what's happening? We got sports action. Come take a ride with us if you DJ and a rapping. No capping, staying linked in. Bringing sports and rap news, stats news, and talking Denver Zuzu. And we ain't hard to find. We on Shady Sports Network like all the time. Gemini Statik got the ball, it's time to grind. It's the show you won't wanna miss, not one line. And ain't there not a show bringing what we bringing. So go ahead and tune in, man. We just hanging at the bus stop.
Shady Sports, 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 Shady Sports.
Man, I don't care what nobody say. That was cool.
That was cool.
No way, shape, or form will that be corny. Hey, what up, guys? It's the bus stop over here on Shady Sports Network. You're hanging with us. It's Saturday morning, and you know what we're doing. We're talking Denver sports. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So I'm looking at denversports.com. And the first article, in which I feel bad because I missed on getting tickets, I completely spaced on it. But Broncos revealed a view for how 800 fans will watch training camp. Did you get a ticket?
I don't think I did. No, not yet. I need to.
No. Well, you can't get tickets anymore. They
Oh.
I think they already put them out. They were free, but they only did 800 of them. So I figured we just go up there, go rogue, go commando.
Why not?
Right. Right. So it looks like it said the team will have temporary bleachers on the south side of the facility. Exactly how that looks is now coming into focus. So they did release 3 photos. Actually, let me share this over of where you can sit in the heat.
Bring them umbrellas.
right? I don't think you can bring an umbrella.
My exit obstructs view.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll be in the south end zone.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm excited, even though we won't be in there. You know, I think.
No. Oh, and they're doing that whole construction and everything of the new facility too, so I'm sure that conflicted with a lot of the bleacher style seating and everything like that, and having to remodel everything. Probably changed everything for them. They just had to slap something together.
Yeah, it said the free tickets sold out in fewer than 10 minutes. So we definitely missed out on that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it starts at 10, gates open at 8. I'm sure hopefully some people can re-release tickets, or we'll have a chance to go around and kind of find a way around the practice facility and get some good shots for you guys, some good information. How you feeling going into this season?
I feel pretty strong about what we did in the off season with our additions, our re-signs. I know that we're still working on having to do some other re-signs, but I know that from who we've acquired through the free agency, who we've been able to hold on to, keep happy. It's looking real positive. I know a lot of analysts are predicting definitely over 10 wins. Most of them putting us at, I believe, 11-6. With me thinking that we're honestly going to be, 12-5. Honestly, is my estimate and my guess. Honestly, and I think we take the AFC West. I think the Chiefs don't have the luck that they had last year, where they pulled off last-second wins consistently to get their 13 and what were they 13-4 or something like that.
I think they only lost like 2 games.
They're 15. I think they're 15-2 actually. Yeah. No, I think they're 15-2. I think that they're gonna drop to probably 11-6, and Broncos take the division at 12-5.
Well, we have the schedule out, don't we?
Yeah, the schedule's out. I guess we could do our own little quick wins losses.
Yeah. Let's see. Pull it up. Actually, let me go to just their website and pull it up.
But at least I say to all my friends.
We got three preseason games, and then we roll out with a home game against the Titans. That's gonna be a win. What do you think?
Against the Titans? Yeah, especially that defense against a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
I think I don't think they're going to be able to pull that off. At least I think they'll give us a good fight for sure, because it's the Broncos and they always play down to teams. But yeah, we got the 3 preseason: San Francisco 49ers, Arizona Cardinals, the New Orleans Saints. Are you going to any preseason games? Do you go to preseason games?
That'd be fun. It's one of the more affordable tickets, definitely, and it's one of those more adaptable games in order to work around a schedule. So probably, definitely, I'd be down to go to a preseason game. If I had to pick one, I would probably go to the Saints, honestly, with us having a return for our head coach back to New Orleans. Well, actually, that would be an away game, so I ain't going to New Orleans for that game.
No. Why not?
If I got
New Orleans?
Yeah, in a theoretical sense, if I got to choose, I would go to the Saints game. But with the Cardinals being the only home preseason game, the Cardinals would be the option there probably.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I don't know if I'd even go to. I mean, like you said, it'd be affordable. I just don't know. I'd go for the first half, I guess. Or probably, I guess the Cardinals would be the only. I wouldn't travel to go to a preseason game.
Same. Yeah, no, and you can see Jared Stidham, see what he's got still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so going into it, they do open at home, though, with the Titans.
Yep. And that would be a win for me in my column.
I got a win there.
And then the Colts, I would take that as a win. How do you feel about that one?
The Colts, who's their quarterback?
I don't think they've decided fully. I don't think they've decided fully yet, honestly. I don't think they've named their starting quarterback.
Yeah, see, I don't even. Oh, it's supposed to be who went over there in the offseason? I don't remember, but yeah, I got that as a win for the Broncos.
Yeah, I got that as a win for the Broncos. This is where it gets interesting.
I was
Where
about to say,
a lot of analysts are predicting Broncos' first loss. Surprisingly enough, I think we come out strong, and I think we take this game. I think this is where we changed up and get that 12-5 record. I think we take this first game against the Chargers.
yep, especially if Najee Harris isn't playing still, if he's kind of in and out by then because of his eye, and like they haven't depend on the rookie running back. And I mean, I just have faith in our defense, man. I know Ladd McConkey is going to give us some fits for sure. We're going to have trouble with that, but I mean, just put Cortland Sutton on him.
Do you think we roll out our new cornerback right off the gate, or you think he's just going to sit behind Riley Moss?
I mean, if he's looking good, and either way, he's going to play like slot, so he'll be out there. I don't know necessarily if he'll be out there over Riley Moss to start, though.
It all depends on it, PS2 is going to be on McConkey. If PS2 is on McConkey, I mean, he's the defending defensive player of the year. So, I mean, he wants to set that tone and that standard. He wants to put that tally in his column for another wide receiver shut down.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, I don't know. I got I got Broncos winning. I got Broncos at 3-0.
Yeah, definitely.
Call me at home.
Yeah, and this is where it gets, awesome. And I love this part of the season, honestly, because it really puts the Broncos in a position where they can kind of set the tone with these elite teams. Because right after that, you roll into Denver against Cincinnati, and it's a home game. We lost to them in overtime last year in dramatic fashion, man. We really had many opportunities to end that game and take it to the house, and then we ended up having to come back to tie it with Marvin Mims tying touchdown at the within the last minute of the game, and then it went to overtime where Cincinnati sealed the deal. How do you feel about that game? Who you got taking that game in Denver against Cincinnati?
I think it depends on if Cincinnati's defense shows up. If their defense shows up, I got them winning that game. I just think they got a bit too much firepower.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to be Broncos' first loss. It'll be at home. But yeah, I think Cincinnati's going to take that one, honestly. I think they're going to try and set the tone against the Broncos, knowing that the Broncos will step their game up heavily. They're 3-0. I don't know what Cincinnati's schedule looks like, but I can imagine that they'll be rolling into that 3-0 as well, honestly, with how they've been rolling along. They're beasts in the paint. They know how to put up points. It's just like you said, that defense. If the defense decides to show up this season, Cincinnati can make a real run.
Right, especially coming off that momentum. They're still swagging off that momentum to end out last season where they just missed out in the playoffs. I think they'll be bringing that energy, and then they'll come into that game because they beat us last year too, right? They almost took our playoff spot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they may have our number, but it is Cincinnati too, right? But I do got that as the Broncos' first loss too.
Yeah, definitely. And then right after that, we got
the Dirty Birds,
the defending champions in Philly, and I think that's going to go down as another loss for us, unfortunately.
I think that's going to be a battle of defenses for sure. But at the same time, with it being a battle of defenses, is probably going to go in their favor just because, again, like Cincinnati, their offense is just, on another level. So if they're able to slow down Bo Nix and company, I think, there's not really a whole lot we can do.
I think Saquon's just going to run us up and down the field on that one.
Right? Yeah, you got to worry about Saquon and Hurt. So it's like pick your poison, right? And it's at home for them too. So going into the defending champions turf and having confidence to take them. We have that confidence, but I don't know if we have that ability. I mean, if we're going in with a healthy RJ Harvey and a healthy J.K. Dobbins, know what? I give us a good chance.
And I think we take the loss, but I think the win comes with the experience of learning what we did wrong in that game. And I think that that experience in that loss will carry us over to take us into that winning streak that we get going forward.
Right. And so I think that puts us at what, 3-2?
3-2, yep.
3-2, and then going into the Jets, and
That's a
Man.
dub.
yeah.
That's a dub.
All right, I got it as a win too. So
Yeah, and
4-2.
I'm taking that as one of our better games, honestly, where we really set a tone and we don't just win that game, we annihilate the Jets. We win, upwards of 31 to 3 or something crazy like that.
Well, it is in Germany too.
Yeah. So it's a away game for both teams.
It'll have a lot to do with it.
I think it's a disappointment for Germany where they were hoping to see a good NFL game and they end up seeing a blowout.
I'll take it.
Yep. And then we carry that momentum and that heat into a home game against the Giants. And I think we do a clean sweep against New York and carry it back-to-back New York losses.
Dang. So what is that? 5-2?
5-2, yep.
Dang. Going to Dallas. Oh, Dallas coming here.
Yep, Dallas coming here. We got back-to-back home games there.
Oh man, I think that might be a loss then. We're gonna go 3-0 in that sweep or what?
You're gonna do? I think it's 3-0. I think Dallas. I think that's where our corners really show out, and we make adjustments as needed. And Sean, our head coach, the whole coaching staff really does a phenomenal job of moving things around to accommodate that wide receiver core that they have in Dallas. And Dallas rolls into this confident and cocky, and I think we take that dub. I think it's going to be a close one where we're coming from behind. I think Dallas pulls away initially in the first half on some pretty much bombs from Dak out, and then gets CeeDee Lamb a touchdown. Who's their running back this year, Cowboys?
The Cowboys have
Javonte
Williams and do they have Miles Sanders?
I'm not sure exactly. I know they got because I know they lost Rico Dowdle, and that sucks because he was really showing out last year. They should have kept him for sure.
Yeah, he went over to Carolina.
Yeah.
So they have Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Jadon Blue, which I think they drafted, and Deuce Vaughn. I think they drafted Jadon Blue.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, he was their 5th round pick.
So it's Javonte's return to Denver.
Javonte's a beast, man.
Yeah, I can
Don't
see
be
him
sleeping
showing
on
up.
Javonte.
I would see 14-3 halftime with CeeDee Lamb with a touchdown and Javonte Williams with a touchdown in the first half. Us only putting up 3 on the board, and then us just coming back in the second half and pulling it out to probably 21-17 is my guess.
Dang. You hear it here, guys. Broncos is 6-2 through week 8. Phenomenal. Dang, they're 6-2 through week 8. We might as well break out the champagne.
Right. Are you thinking that's a loss? Is that what you're saying?
Or no.
For Denver?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good game though. I think it's gonna be a lot better than people think. But I feel like we tend to have the Cowboys number.
Okay, yeah,
especially
I agree
when they come out here to Denver.
So that puts us both at 6-2 on the season, and then we roll into Houston.
That'll be a hard one.
That's going to be a hard one. I think Stroud's going to have a standout year. I think he's going to really prove his point because he had a slip off last year where people were questioning his ability. And people like Jaden Daniels really outperformed him and made him kind of stick to his guns. He lost a lot of players last year. Houston was hit big with injuries last year. They're looking to get a lot of those players back. So I don't know, it's a tough one. I think we take a loss there, honestly, in my opinion.
Against the Texans?
I think we take an unexpected loss. We get used to this winning, and we slip. I think we slip there.
Dang.
It being an away game as well.
It is an away game, and it is the Texans.
Yeah, I think we let that one slip on us.
I can see that. Nico Collins going off.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon coming in and just freaking bulldozing over everyone.
Yep.
I see the Texans as like kind of like a mini version of the Eagles, at least on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Their defense is pretty stout too. What's his face being a defensive-minded coach, but gosh, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a loss too, just keep everything the same. 6-4.
Yep. Well, 6-3.
6-3.
Yep.
Oh,
6-3 going into a home game against the Raiders. I don't even want to talk about that one because that one's going to be a win.
Thursday night game. So yeah.
I got no worries on that one. I think we do a clean sweep of the Raiders in the 2 matchups this year. I think we sweep them again. They went on a streak against us.
Yeah.
They did great. Win their streak, whatever. Whoop-de-doo. Never made the playoffs in any time shutting us out. We just did terrible under the dangerous era.
Yeah.
The dangerous.
Yeah. And Pete Carroll still has nightmares about Russ, so he's coming off that too. But I got that as a win for the Broncos as well.
Yep, and then here comes the AFC matchup that everybody wants to see after
I got this as a win. I hate the Chiefs. No, I'm saying.
I think that's going to be a win for us as well. Honestly, it's a comeback game for us. We lost by a field goal.
Yeah.
Last game. We really took it to them. That should have been a win for us 100%. But, our special teams line let us down heavy in the last second. Literally, we got it all the way down to a second. All we had to do was kick it in.
Mm-hmm.
We had one of the most clutch kickers in Lutz out there in terms of consistency. That was, it was in. All we had to do was just hold the line off, and we failed to do that and barely pull out a loss. So I think we take it back to them. It's here. We win that at home against the Chiefs, and I think that's going to be a surprising victory. In my guess, it's going to be 31-24.
What? We win that, bro. We really better get the Super Bowl rings out.
Yeah.
We're going. So that's 8-3.
8-3.
Going into the bye week. Oh, crap. That's a pretty solid place to be. You're probably at top of the division, right? Because we beat the Chargers, we beat the Raiders, we beat the Chiefs. We're 8-3. We only lost 3 games. Chiefs might be there too with their record, but
it could be a toss-up between the two of them for now.
Dang, Broncos top of the AFC. Bo Nix is in talks about MVP.
Yep. He's putting at this point in bye week, I can see Bo Nix in the games that he's played having probably 16 touchdowns with 2 picks, 3 picks.
Dang.
And so looking to be his last year totals of, I believe he had 28 touchdowns and 12 picks or something like that.
10 picks, I think, last year.
Yeah. 28 tuds and 10 picks.
Yeah. And then he had 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. And, I think we get a good break in there, but I think we sit on it and, it comes back to bite us a little bit when we come out of the bye and we go into Washington to play Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. I think we take a loss there, honestly.
Oh, man. It's going to be a tough one.
It's going to be a tough one, but I think we take that loss. I think, like I said, we over-rest. We come in cocky, confident. We got that 8-3 schedule. We know that we can afford to lose a couple more and take a playoff spot still, and we go in that too comfortable. And I think we get mollywopped a little bit, honestly, in that one. I think it humbles us a little bit, and we need those humblings every now and then, honestly. But I think it's a humbling moment for us, and we get mollywopped, and it's like a 10-31 game or something like that, where we just don't show up, and everyone just starts questioning the Broncos again.
Dang. Bo Nix had 29 touchdowns and 12 interceptions last year.
Okay, so I was right on the picks, but I was one off on the touchdowns. But yeah, no, he did great last year. I think he comes in heavily efficient this year. I don't think he throws so many loose bombs.
It was some.
I think he really gets a better standpoint on his picks. I think he really hits a solid number this year. I don't think he will get more than 8 picks this year. That's my guess.
Dang. It'll be a solid season. If he doesn't get more than 8 picks, he's MVP.
Yeah. And it's just him really having that mindset of winning. He comes in with that almost scary mentality of wanting to be the best and most efficient that he could be. You want to say hi to the team? You want to say hi to them or what?
You come to give us your picks, man?
Yep.
You got all wins, right?
Go Broncos. Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Yeah.
Heck
So
yeah.
we take that loss. What's your prediction on that one?
Well, now you got me looking at these picks. He throws 8 picks. I think he's in the MVP conversation. Lamar Jackson had 4. Josh Allen had 6. And Bo Nix has 8. That's, next in line.
Yeah, exactly.
For MVP, but as far as the pick go, with the Commanders, I don't know, man. I got them taking that game. I just got them rolling at this point. They're already 8-3, or what is this like? Yeah, 8-3 going into this point.
Yeah,
I got them picking it up and rolling.
That puts me at 8-4, and you at 9-3.
Yeah, but then I got them losing to the Raiders.
Yep. And then, like I said, I take that as a win already.
Yeah. So was that?
That puts you at 10-3, and me at 9-4.
Or no, I'm at 10-4. We're both at 10-4.
No, it's you got
I'm
Commanders
confused now.
You got Broncos taking Commanders, or you got them?
Oh yeah, I got the Broncos beating the Commanders.
Oh, okay.
So then that was 9-3, and then so we're both 9-4.
Yep. So 9-4, 10-3 is what we got right now.
No, I got them losing to the Raiders.
Oh, you got them losing to the Raiders?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, man. It's Pete Carroll. You got by that point, what's his face? What's their running back's name?
GT.
Yeah.
GT.
AJ.
Yeah.
He'd be rolling by then. You know what I mean? Geno Smith just kind of swagging. I mean, we can't forget Geno kept Seattle and, in the division conversation talks for the most part, the majority of his time there as a starter. So
okay,
I don't see why it'd be any otherwise with the Raiders with a good running game. Yeah, but also it's the Broncos too. I just feel like they just can't sweep the Raiders outright without Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so you got the loss against Raiders. I got the win against Raiders. I got the loss against the Commanders. You got the win against the Commanders.
Yep, and Green Bay. I got that. That's gonna be an interesting game, but man, I just think all these games are pretty winnable. Honestly, the way it looks, the outlook is completely changed. Like barring injury, it's just like I think we can go in and knock off a Green Bay team, but it'll probably be, I'm expecting to see an injured Green Bay team by this point in week 15. They're not really playing for much in that NFC North division, which is going to be freaking crowded, right?
Yep.
Plus, it's, NFC, AFC matchup, not really super important. So I got them going in and beating Green Bay at home. So they're 10-4.
Yeah, that puts us both at 10-4 because I got that as a win as well.
And then, man, Jaguars too.
We have a prime season because if you notice, we have a lot of back-to-back home games because this one we got Packers at home, and then we roll into the next week against the Jags at home. And I got that as a win.
Super winnable, especially if Trevor Lawrence is hurt by that time, like he usually is, right?
Yeah.
They may be playing for the AFC South. They may be playing for AFC South, but they are. It's still going to be like with a crappy record just based off them.
Yeah.
What they went out in their division. But, I got that as a win too, man.
Yep. And then after that, we go into Arrowhead Stadium, into Kansas City, into enemy territory on Christmas Day at a 6:15 game. I have that as our 5th and final loss.
It'll be because it'll be a meaningful game. Should be a meaningful game too, right? Because either way it goes, with the Chargers coming in next week, whether Kansas City is playing for the division, our playoff spot, or we're playing to stay above the Chargers to keep up with the Chargers, right? So I think either way, this game in Week 18, they're going to be important games, and yeah, it's going to be hard to beat a keyed in, tuned up Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, they're playing for hopes. I don't know what their schedule is. Maybe we could do that next week. Maybe we could do like a four-week segment where we're going through the FC West teams, going through all the starting with the Broncos. Next week we could roll into the Chiefs' schedule to count their wins and losses through our predictions. But yeah, no, I can see the Chiefs fighting for something here. As to where the Broncos are kind of sitting pretty, they're sitting good. They like how their division looks right now. They're probably at this point standing on top of the division by maybe a couple of games ahead of the Chiefs and Chargers right now. But yeah, I think the Chiefs take this one because they're playing for more than we are at that point.
Yeah, kind of how it was for us last year, right? When we should have beat them. But yeah. So what is that? 11-5.
11-5. Yep.
And then Chargers, that same difference, man. I think Chargers will come in and take this one, just because. Dang, but I guess if I got the Chargers, if I got them losing to the Chargers, Kansas City, and the Raiders, they might not win a division, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta temper my Super Bowl talks, but this will be a really good game, man. I have visions, flashbacks to when the Chargers and the Raiders played with a playoff spot on the line, and then they realized if they tied that they both would make it or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I got Broncos taking this game, sweeping the Chargers instead of the Raiders sweeping the Chargers because they just don't have it together yet.
Yeah, and then that's where I have it too. Is Broncos taking this last game, knowing that the division's on the line, whether it be with the Chargers or the Chiefs. Broncos do realize that they got something on the line with that Chiefs loss, and they need this win. And I think they take that last game, and it puts them at 12-5. And that puts us sweeping the Raiders, sweeping the Chargers, and splitting the season with the Chiefs.
That's true, but you get to swim all day.
And then I guess the only difference that me and you would have between our schedules and our predictions is that I have Commanders winning a game over us, and you have Raiders winning a game over us.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, honestly, and they have quite a winnable schedule looking back at it. I mean, maybe I'm, just looking at it from a homer's point of view, but I'm just like, Titans a rookie quarterback. Colts don't know who their quarterback is. Chargers just have issues. Bengals don't have a defense. Eagles will beat us. You know what I mean? Jets, they're jetting with their issues. Giants, is this going to be a Russ revenge game like you said? I doubt it. Yeah. Dallas, that'll probably be, especially with a healthy Dak, a healthy CeeDee Lamb, a healthy Pickens. Oh man! Besides, their running game may be a little shallow, but that could be a game. Texans, that could be a game. But other than that, I mean, it's like, aside from the Chiefs, they're all fairly winnable games.
Right.
Not afraid of anyone on this schedule.
No, not at all. And a lot of analysts, they predict us to lose against the top teams and only those top teams. But I kind of agree with a lot of them that are going 12-5 with us taking a sweep against Raiders, Chargers, and splitting the season with the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, and shoot, we were a couple plays away from sweeping the Chiefs last season, so I'm really not afraid of them, to be completely honest. So
a 13-4 record would be nice, sweeping our division completely.
Man, that take it back, right? Take it back to them Tebow days.
Yeah.
Remember when they won the division 8-8?
Yeah, I do.
Looking like the Giants or the Jags or something out there.
Yeah, for a good couple seasons, the AFC West was nothing to be feared. And I think that 3 AFC teams make it into the playoffs again this year. I think the Raiders barely slip out. I think they have a chance for it, and they lose it at the second half of the season and, fall behind too far. And they lose that opportunity in week 15 or 16 to be considered for playoffs. Yeah. But I think they're a build-up team. If there was any division that can make all 4 teams in the playoffs, it would be the AFC West, but I don't see them doing it relatively soon. But we have a stacked division, man. It is to be feared. You don't mess with the West.
Don't mess with the West. You heard them. Yo, let's take a quick break really quick.
Let's do it.
Quick break really quick. So it'll be an even quicker break.
Quicker than quick.
Yeah. We go shout out Shady Sports. What up, Sam? You guys be watching us here on Shady Sports Network. You can head over to the website, like, subscribe. Tell a friend. If you think the Broncos are going to go 12-5 like us, tell a friend that thinks they aren't. Tag them in it. Share, subscribe, and hit that like button first and foremost. Yeah, let's take a break really quick, and we'll see you guys here in a minute or so. Be right back. Hey, I love it.
My name is Anton Popoff, and this is my 6th year of college football. Training during the hottest times of the day is a recipe for muscle cramps, which is why electrolytes are so important. Hydration is crucial for my performance. Dragon Salt eliminates muscle cramps and boosts your overall energy level. Whether it's a weight room or field session, I fuel up with Dragon Salt beforehand. It's been a game changer for me, and it'll be a game changer for you.
Dragon Salt. Check them out. You know what else you should check out? Around the Indoor Football World. Saturday mornings. Before us, I think they come on at 7:30 Mountain Time.
Correct us if we're wrong, Sam.
Huh?
Said correct us if we're wrong, Sam.
Right? Let us know. But yeah, they come and bring it, man, with the Indoor Football League news. Like I just saw on our page they posted, I guess the IFL was looking to bring in Jelly Roll. I think it said the IFL. Hold on. Yeah, Jelly Roll is being courted by the Nashville Cats as a potential addition to the ownership group. And I was like, at first, I was like, they're courting them to bring them on the field? I'm with it.
6 a.m. Mountain Time.
6 a.m. Mountain Time. I guess I just check it out at 7:30 is what it is. But they go ham for a good couple hours, just bringing some good knowledge, some good takes, interviews. Sam, Chris, TJ, all those guys. AF1 is talking about bringing in Jelly Roll for Nashville Cats, the AF1, one of those indoor football teams over there. And there are football teams everywhere, man. I can promise you, if you look around your town, you can find football going on year round. If you can't find it, head over to Shady Sports Network and we'll show you where it's at, literally, quite honestly. But, you know, that's the type of news they're bringing. I know this morning I caught a bit of it, and they were just, man, I don't know. Those guys just come with some amazing information. And even if you don't follow all those leagues, I think it's, you know, if you're a fan of football, a fan of sports, it's the place to be. That's all they're talking. But yeah, so we went over the Broncos schedule. We both came up to 12-5, which is funny because you're seeing all over. They're saying anywhere from 11 to 13 wins. I feel like kind of everywhere. It's like the Broncos have become the darling of the NFL overnight. You know, and it's kind of scary. I'm kind of like, I don't know why you're trying to jump on our nuts right now. You know, when last year, you know, they were just
everyone was like, they ain't even gonna make the playoffs. They're not gonna do nothing. They're gonna have a good, decent season where Bo Nix gets some hope. They just were predicting it to end up like Tim Tebow, and it's like,
and then
different players. Bo Nix is a different man.
Yeah, it's so crazy too because I feel like at the end of the season, all the hype that the Broncos are getting now, I feel like at the end of the season, the Commanders were getting that hype, right? They're like, they turned around, got their quarterback turned around, and then after off-season moves, now it's like, oh no, Broncos are the cream of the crop.
Yeah,
Bo Nix is MVP favorite, this and that, all types of stuff. Even though I'm sure there's plenty of talk about Jaden Daniels, I guess I don't. But even when I was just out in DC a couple weeks ago, and I didn't hear a whole lot in their sports radio. I guess I didn't listen to it a whole lot either, though.
And the big change I think that's happening across the sports world in Denver is that people are finally finding out that we are a marketable city and state, honestly. For a long period, players didn't really want to come here because they didn't see the potential in marketing. They didn't really see the endorsement deals rolling in or anything like that. They just thought it was a very stagnant state in terms of playing for us. And, we've proven them wrong through the Broncos, I was going to say the Rockies, not the Rockies, but the Broncos, the Nuggets, the Avalanche. We are very marketable. We are very capable of bringing in championship after championship.
Hey,
we're capable of bringing them MVPs.
You put some respect on their name. The Rockies made it into the record books this year too. it might have been the other side of the record book for most losses and most series losses, but they might not have won their first series until a month ago. But hey,
when they swept the fourth worst team in the MLB.
Hey, they sold out for 4th of July against the Chicago White Sox, which is probably the 2 worst teams in the MLB. So they're doing pretty good ticket wise.
Yeah.
It looks like the Nashville Cats have a couple of NFL ties in their ownership group as well. John Gruden, Jeff Fisher, Michael Waltrip. That's cool. See, you never know, guys. Like, you go and you check out these leagues, these games, you never know who you're going to run into. You never know who you're going to come across. I know Colorado has the Colorado Spartans, and they're talking about, I think it's the Pueblo Punishers. I think it's the Pueblo team they're talking about bringing, hopefully. So,
we recently found out that we got a rugby team.
Right, I know, right? I just realized, I never watched a rugby game, I guess, last weekend. Maybe I'll start looking into that.
Yep. We got to have a rugby channel eventually here.
Right. Talk some rugby, mates. That's how I imagine they sound. I can't do voices. No, but what were we talking about again? Oh, the Broncos. And how people are wanting to come to Denver. Yeah. And it's true, and people, and like J.K. Dobbins said in his introductory speech, this is where he wants to be. He left, the team he was already getting established with in the Chargers last season, which, granted, they did bring in Najee and they draft a running back, but still, he still had the upper hand on both of them, already knowing the staff, the playbook, the team. He could have came in and did his thing. No, he decided to come here to our crowded backfield and show what he could do.
Yeah, and I see him being a very effective X factor for us. Honestly, I think he's just going to be that game changer to our running game.
Mm-hmm. Especially, yeah. And if him and RJ Harvey could just both go off, oh man, it's been a while since we had a really, really great running back room, running back season.
Yeah, I think it was C.J. Anderson had the last real effective running game for us. And that was in our Super Bowl era, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was, that was like 10 years ago.
10 years to the day, pretty much. 10 years to the day. We kept CJ for, I think, a season or 2 after that. And then I think he went somewhere else for 1 season and then went to Canadian football.
Dang. Yeah.
And then retired out of there.
Did he? I guess I didn't really follow him after that.
I had lightly looked into it when I had seen a highlight of the 2015 season. I was like, oh, yeah, C.J. Anderson was pretty relevant for a minute there. What happened to him?
Mm-hmm. Just kind of completely disappeared.
Yep.
Damn, we should do an episode on that.
Yeah, the fall off of C.J. Anderson.
Yeah, or fall off of what Broncos players fell off in general. Like, what happened to No Sean Marino sells real estate out here.
Yeah. It seems like they like to hold on to their real estate, but the real estate's the market that we're heavily adaptable to in Denver, and specifically, man, that market don't change, and it only goes up. It don't stagnate. It just goes up.
That's true.
Owning anything.
Oh, C.J. Anderson is a coach now.
Okay. For what? For college?
For high school?
High school.
Let's see.
It's the community college out of for Arapahoe Community College.
He is the head football coach at Monta Vista High School in Danville. Oh, wait.
Okay.
He has been hired as new head coach at Benicia High School. What? I'm seeing all kinds of reports. He's the head coach somewhere. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They say if you can't do, teach. And if you can't teach, podcast. So
Exactly.
that's what we're doing here. Just talking our stuff. All right, let's keep it moving. Keep this flavor going. What about the Nuggets, man? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, and what happened to the Nuggets? I feel like this past week it's just been so weird.
Yeah, it has been definitely, especially with this Jonas Valanciunas talk. They're really asking him to honor his contract and come to Denver, and they're not letting him out. There's no talks of that. There's been heavy controversy about the European team was just really misinformed about everything going through it, and they thought that, Nuggets were cool with everything, and Nuggets rebutted and said we're not cool with any of that, man. We need him. We want him. We made a trade for him.
Mm-hmm.
This is official. This is contractual obligation, and we would like him to honor his contract with us. And so it's seeming like it's going to lean that way. I just don't know how that's going to affect his game. I think that they really need to do something on the back end to really build his confidence and his comfort up to want to play for us. I would hate to see him play for us in a mind state that he doesn't want to be here.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. That's what makes it a bit odd, right? Like, oh man, that's what makes it a bit odd. Do you want somebody to come and play for you who's supposed to play significant minutes like he's supposed to be getting? Do you want that person to not want to be here?
Right.
Are they going to come out and play? Like, is he going to come out and play? Or is he not going to? Yeah, he may do good all season, and then we get to the playoffs, and he just sabotages it. Like,
right. I think it's really just letting him know that he's going to have a consistent role here as well. I am 100% not against having a two big man on the court lineup. Having Jokić and Valanciunas out there on the starting lineup, backed by him, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, and then Aaron Gordon. I think that's a pretty ballin' starting lineup.
Yeah.
You start out with that. You give him his starting spot. Build his confidence up and make him happy with his commitment here. And then you switch out throughout the game. 5 minutes in, you see that lineup's not working. You make your moves around. You throw in whoever else is needed in that. You put Bruce Brown in for Christian Brown. You got who's that other one that we got?
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. You swap him out with Valanciunas and get like a smaller lineup that's got a little more speed to him. And then we also have was it Johnson? Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
And we swap him out with Jamal Murray as needed. We got a lot of adaptable pieces there where we can, make him happy. We can get him confident in his commitment to be with us, and we build off of that. We make changes throughout the season as needed, whatever the case may be. We're still not even fully done because, Russell Westbrook is still a toss-up if he's going to go overseas, if he's going to re-sign with us. I'm cool with him going overseas. I don't think that's somebody we really need back. We still have Deron Holmes.
Yeah. I think there's talks about him going to, I think, the Kings. That's what I might have heard.
Westbrook?
Yeah.
Who knows where he'll end up? He's an LA guy, so I can see him going back LA somehow and sticking close to LA. He played for Lakers, Clippers. Why not play for the Kings too? I guess.
Yeah. See, it says the Kings have interest in him. Let's see. Yeah, I don't mind losing him. I mean, it would be nice to maybe have him back, but we got Bruce Brown. I don't think both of them would work.
Yeah. And we got Peyton Watson still. Like, we have that depth now. Like, there's just like it's a wild change up from last season where you're like, man, we don't play any of our bench. We're just relying on our starting five lineup to now looking at this upcoming year and being like, man, who do you start on the starting five lineup? Like, I mean, there's so many options and there's so many good options. Like the 2 big man front is going to be, I think, in my opinion, the best that we can do, because that's something that we were really lacking last year, was having that size. It's like it's kind of really copy pasting OKC. OKC would have Holmgren out there, plus I forget his other name, their other big man. That's
plus Harkenstein, Isaiah Harkenstein.
Right?
But yeah, and then I mean Deron Holmes looks good too, so they can plug him in. They'll be able to plug him in too. So hopefully Valanciunas does come and play and wants to come and play. I don't know why it wouldn't. Like you step into it, if he comes to this team, I think it's instantly a championship caliber team.
Yeah.
With championship hopes and championship visions. Like I think they're in a league of their own outside of OKC and maybe. And not even the Celtics after they split themselves. They don't have anything, you know. I don't really think there's a league outside of OKC and maybe Houston.
Yeah. Where do you think Damian Lillard's going to end up?
Oh, man, he needs to come here.
I think he's going to rush it for the money, even though he's getting paid already.
We'll go to LA with LeBron and Luka.
I can see that, definitely, yeah. Even though, in my opinion, with his situation, with his injury and all that, I think he should really sit out this season, take a season off, fully recover, not commit to any team, get that money, get that Milwaukee money still, and really test the waters for who he wants to play for in the 2026-7 season, or the 7-8 season, I guess. This is the 25-26 season that we're in, so.
Yeah.
So that 26-27 season, he should be really testing the waters this year to kind of see what team he would fit best with. Because you never know what's going to change. He could sign with the Lakers, 2-year deal, and LeBron's out. They end up, doing something crazy where it's just not working out, even to the point where Doncic wants out. And now he's just stuck there playing with a team that's not going to be doing much or anything like that. So an early commitment could really serve as a dagger to his career and his legacy that he's built already. So I think, in my opinion, to preserve his legacy, he takes a season off, recovers, makes that Milwaukee money, tests the waters.
Yeah, I would too. Like, and look at what's his name, Kawhi. You know what I mean? Look at the time he took off and he came back like it was nothing. I think when you're like Dame, you feel like if you take time off at this point in time, you may be losing out, right?
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, it's his first dramatic injury of his career. He's never had something that's put him out this long.
Yeah. So I think, and I'm, I agree with that too. Like, especially as he's gotten older, he's older, so probably shouldn't be trying to rush it back. Like, maybe if this would have happened like 2-3 years ago, he probably could have rushed back, and there would be a need for him to rush back. But quite honestly, like, especially for the fact, his type of injury, was the ACL.
Yeah,
him being a shooter, a 3-point shooter, you kind of need that, man. You kind of need that bounce. So I wouldn't mind him, taking time and not rushing it back either, right?
Exactly. And it's just
main time.
Yeah, and you really don't want to be relied on, and you sign with the team, they do a playoff push, but they really need you back, and they're going to be starting to rush you to come back and everything like that. That's the last thing you want. Is that kind of pressure on you when you're coming back from injury. And then it's like, what happened with Kevin Durant when he was with the Warriors, and he gave him everything he had, and they asked more knowing that he was injured, and then it took him out completely. Yep.
And then he was really out for a full season. He had to take a full season out.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that would suck, because at this point in time, it's like, man, a couple full seasons, might as well, maybe retired and keep it moving. So it will be interesting to see what he does, though. I mean, I I always enjoy watching Dame play.
Yeah, same. I'll never get over that Dame time meme where he hit that clutch game winner. Just had that nonchalant, like I knew it was going in look.
Mm-hmm. And that was over PG, Paul George, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, so. No, I don't know, but back to the Nuggets. So, man, Joker didn't re-sign. He hasn't signed his contract extension. Are you worried about that?
Not even a little bit. I mean, every report and everything points to the same exact reason. I mean, would you re-sign an extension right now if you could just wait another year and sign for 80 million?
Right? Like, that's only smart business.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, Lakers this and Lakers that. He's going to – no, he ain't going anywhere. He likes it here. He loves it here. He wants that more money, and I don't blame him for it. That's the smartest decision you can make.
And if anything, he'd probably go to a smaller market.
Yeah.
He's not going to a larger market to deal with more people in his face all the time.
He knows what he has here. He knows that he has I'd say 60-40 control over the team, over the coaching staff and the ownership. Like he runs the team. He knows everything is built around him. Mm-hmm. He knows that if he wants something, he's going to get it in a respectable manner. Like he's not this dude that's like LeBron where he's going to get people fired and out of here just because he doesn't like to play with them. No, he's a stand-up dude where he wants the best for his team, and his team is the Denver Nuggets. He just wants that more money, and I don't blame him one bit for that. Get what you're owed.
Yeah, right. I would, especially at this point in time. It's like, well, heck, if you're not going to spend it on the team, might as well give me my money.
Exactly. That's to him. He's looking at that. He's being like, that is 14 more horses. All right. Yeah. No, I'll wait another year.
Yeah. Shoot, man, I feel like I want to play the intro again. No, yeah, his horse. He just had a horse win too. I saw that somewhere.
Same. Now we're gonna have to make an outro.
I know. Since Joker reappears like a gangster after his horse wins big. Oh, I can't read the story or whatever. Yeah, no, we'll have to get an outro going. Speaking of music, any updates from your new Music Friday?
We had Justin Bieber come out with an album. I haven't taken a listen to it at all. But we also have a new song from Travis Scott and Cactus Jack.
Oh, man.
A lot of these dudes are doing alter egos. As me and you found out together, we have Logic with his alter ego now out. Who was it? Cocaine Timmy or something?
Larry?
Cocaine Larry,
yeah.
Cocaine Larry. So
sounds nothing like him.
Yeah, it doesn't. I was listening to it in real time with you, and it gave off some almost slightly Method Man vibes without it being Method Man at all. So it was interesting to see that and hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Juice WRLD came out with the song Legends Never Die. I think that was more of a remix on a song that he had already previously had out, just with a new spin on it. Clips' album is now officially out. I haven't listened to the whole album yet, but from what I'm hearing, I like it. It's Clips through and through. It's good to see them back with Pharrell producing for them, and Pharrell. It's timeless music. It's always relevant when it's Pharrell and Clips. They do a great job of maintaining those real vibes. That really,
yeah. I thought they did a good job too on that song with Kendrick, keeping their vibe, and just, I mean, you can't even tell where Kendrick comes in and starts, and
no, you can't. You're just like, oh, this is Kendrick. All right.
Yeah, like okay, okay, I like it. So they did good putting that one out first. I thought. Same thing with Jordan Lucas's album dropped too, right?
No, it comes out. He has 2 tracks out for that album.
Does it just drop it slowly?
Yeah, ADH2. He has 2 tracks out for that. I like one of them. The other one is honestly kind of miss.
Which one do you not like?
I'd have to look it up. Let me see.
The ADHD one?
Yeah, ADHD 2 is the album.
White Noise?
It looks like he did drop another song. Time is Money is now out.
Oh, with the baby.
Yeah. One of them. One of them is the track that I like. White Noise
Yeah.
is the one I don't like. And
You
then
don't like White Noise? I didn't
I
like
don't-
White Noise at first, and then I listened to it. He goes ham on it.
He always goes ham. I think it's more of the beat, the production. I don't know. Something with it just doesn't hit the same way as one of them. One of them is classic Joyner. It really brings it back to his homage of just being a beast. Just being a beast.
Yeah, he is
And
just
Time
truly
is
a beast.
Yeah, Time is Money I haven't listened to yet, but that's featuring J Balvin and Fireboy DML
And the baby.
and the baby.
Not to be confused with baby or Lil Baby or the baby. The Lil Baby.
Little the baby.
Or Boss Baby.
Yeah, there's 18 tracks on the album itself fully, and it comes out July 18th. So this upcoming Friday.
Yeah. New Music Friday alert.
Yeah.
Oh man. What about that other track that we listened to?
Are you talking about JID?
Yes.
Yeah.
God bless.
JID featuring Eminem Animals. That song, man. That makes me want to hang my hat up forever. And just-
Right? It's like I'm good. I don't want to try to.
Yeah, no, there's no trying after you hear a track like that where it's just like, man, this ain't even fair. This ain't even fair.
I thought that was just freaking out of this world. I think that's definitely the best track off his album, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think it's that would be my highlight track of the week. If any listeners are out there looking for new music, you like hip hop, definitely check out JID for featuring Eminem Animals. That is one that it's the impact, the delivery, the production, it's all there. The timing,
Yeah,
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
it's super wild. Looks like Jordan or Kevin Gates got a new album coming out next month.
Okay.
Oh, going back to JID. Well, speaking on Dreamville, looks like Bass got an album out.
Okay.
That just dropped. Oh, that dropped back in June, so that's not new. But I'm looking forward to his Kevin Gates, so I feel like he hasn't. His Luca Brasi series, I like it.
Yeah, definitely. He's one of those dudes that really kind of put himself out there. Didn't need no help. Similar to Joyner Lucas, really, where his skills, his talent, his approach, his character speaks for itself, and he really put himself out there without any assistance from anybody. He had nobody sign off on him.
Great. MGK has an album coming.
Oh God! If it's any,
August
it's
8th.
98 degrees.
It's Lost Americana. He has a couple of tracks released from it.
I'm waiting for him to go back to his Cleveland days, where he's paying homage. Where he's paying homage to. I miss his Bone Thug era.
Eminem rapped that out of him, bro.
Yeah, he beat it out of him.
He ain't going back there.
Yeah, and then Larry June and Cardo have an album out.
Yeah.
Until Night Comes. That's definitely a big one for me that I got to be putting on repeat and listening to it throughout the week, just because I love Larry June. He's a beast from the Bay.
I rocks with the Bay for sure.
Yep.
Rocks with the Bay. Yeah, man. So much good music. I guess summertime, you always get the hits coming out.
Right. Yeah, and it's that time to put out those summer bangers. Which is why we came out with our intro.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and play that one more time for you guys.
If y'all missed it earlier.
All right. And then, we might as well, I think, need to wrap it up anyway. I have to roll out to go pick up the wifey. Unfortunately. But damn, I feel like we keep this going. There is so much more other news around Denver, I feel like. And just with the music, gosh. I want to play tracks, so we got dinged really big last week. I didn't get dinged, but it messed up.
We're getting them warnings, getting them copyright warnings.
I know, right? So yeah, so we just have our music, but Yeah, I think it's probably a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah, as always, next week for anybody watching that
Mhm.
wants us to keep rolling, that's where you gotta like, comment, share, subscribe, get your bus pass so that you can see us next week with all the other stuff we got to talk about.
Yep. Please remember, tell a friend. You know what I mean? A friend that listened to GID and Eminem and was like, "That song's not good." Tag them so we can tell them they're ridiculous.
Exactly. Take a listen to all the music that we've been talking about. Come back in next week. Let us know if it was cool or corny.
Mm-hmm. And we are 13 days away from Broncos training camp.
Yep. The countdown is on. The countdown is on.
Let's go. Summer camp, our Nuggets summer league is going. There's a lot going on around Denver. So let's, get in the comments. Let us know what you think. What you want to talk about. We'll get back to it next week. Let us know what you think about those new songs too. The Clips album, Joyner Lucas,
Statik and Gemini.
Yeah, Statik and Gemini, the intro. Cool or corny. I'm pretty sure it's cool. It's the coolest thing I've heard all week. So
other than animals.
Other than animals. That was the coolest thing I've heard my entire life. But definitely Statik and Gemini, new intro title. So we'll get that intro title, and then I guess I can just play the outro after that, unless you got anything else, Statik.
No, I think we're good. Make sure y'all tune in to anything we got coming up. Look into our channel, see all the other stuff we got going on. We talk everything: football, basketball, music, rugby coming up soon. We got indoor football, outdoor football, on the roof football, under the ground football.
Right? We got the European football, that's soccer. So, whatever football you got, you want to talk about, we'll talk about it. But over here at the bus stop, we're talking Denver sports, and we're talking music, all the hottest topics around the NFL, NBA. So keep rocking with us. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. We're going to play this intro one more time before we get out of here. Other than that, it's been fun, guys. Thanks for joining us. Brandon, Sam, thanks for the likes. All you other ones, thanks for watching us today. And I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Peace.
Peace out. Oh, wait, where's it at?
It's the bus stop, swerving into what's hot. Coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live from Colorado, like shit and follow. Shady Sports, the motto, fresher than avocado. Play by play and ball for ball, we coming to you from afar. Day to day and call for call, we talk about it all.
Yeah, this the bus stop, talking sports and hip hop. Jump on the bandwagon, cause we talking what's hot. 8303, Denver, what's happening? We got sports action. Come take a ride with us if you DJ and a rapping. No capping, staying linked in, bringing sports and rap news, stats news, and talking Denver Zoo. And we ain't hard to find. We on Shady Sports Network like all the time. Gemini Statik got the ball, it's time to grind. It's the show you won't wanna miss, not one line. And ain't there not a show bringing what we bringing. So go ahead and tune in, man. We just hanging at the bus stop.
Shady Sports, 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 Shady Sports.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.